With YNW Melly getting ready to return for his second trial for the passing of sack chaser in juvie, rapper Boosie would share a message to the world. More of a warning for fans to prepare, because when the feds want you, they'll do anything to get you.
Now they're putting even more charges on him, and then
when they want you, they want you. I knew they wanted them bad when they waited for that law to get passed. They waited all the way.
Penalty.
So it'd be 8-4.
Oh, right. Yeah.
You know, they waited all the way till that law got passed to take him to trial.
Yeah, he was in jail for what, 2 years, 3 years?
Yeah, they could have been took you to trial.
You're right.
They waited till that law got passed and took him to trial a couple months later. When they want you, man. Just don't see how he didn't get a bond after a fucking mistrial.
Yeah.
That made me like, God damn.
Yeah.
Like, after a mistrial, that doesn't happen, really.
An indicator that proves what Boosie is saying is factual is what has been happening to YNW Melly inside of jail. YNW Melly's mother started a petition to just have law officials look into it. 50,000 signatures later, and we have still heard nothing. Melly's mother would then have to take it to a public interview to go on and state the following.
When you saw Melly's statement, just saying how he's been hurt, how he's scared for his life, as a mother, how did that make you feel?
It's heartbreaking. It made me feel completely helpless. Broward Sheriff's Office definitely needs to be investigated. I mean, they are making up their own rules. We've tried to go to court about this situation. The judge really doesn't have any jurisdiction when it comes to the jail, because we actually had a hearing about the mistreatment of him, and the jail they make their own rules. And I don't think that's fair, because I know that they need to answer to someone too.
As this has been an issue for Melly for a very long time. Apparently, YNW Melly doesn't even get to look at his own mail that is sent to him, or even get to use a phone, so then he can call family while he is sitting in a jail cell.
My son has not been convicted of anything. And even other inmates that have been convicted or anything, they have the right to use a telephone. They have a right to be allowed to write letters to their loved ones, to receive their mail. They hold his mail, they don't give it to him.
Online lawyers stated that this is very common inside a jail for prisoners that are likely to be guilty of their serious crime. So this has led into a lot of health concerns for YNW Melly's mother. It was so bad that Melly even had to ask if she was okay inside a court during the original trial.
Sorry.
You'll just
As Boosie believes that YNW Melly will be crying at his upcoming sentencing and trial. He has even spoke about Melly's mother and stress that she's been going through, as it's a very serious deal.
Okay, so
then I met his mama while he was in.
Oh, okay.
I met his mom while he was in, and she real, bro. You know, she real.
She's stressed out. I heard she had a...
Yeah, she real, and I reached my hand out to him, cause I'm real. Yeah, I reached out to him, bro. I met his mom, and she a good woman, bro. And when I see them mamas like that, it remind me of what my mom was going through, bro.
But the worst is about to come. To understand fully Melly's situation, you need to know his new charges.
The state filing 6 new charges against Demmons and 2 others who were allegedly involved. The charges include tampering with a witness, directing the activities of a criminal, solicitation or conspiracy to commit tampering, and unlawful use of a two-way communication device. Now, a couple of those charges actually carry a life in prison sentence if there's a conviction.
As these new charges were connected to YNW Bortlen's massive mistake that he made recently, as it would be announced that Bortlen was arrested for witness tampering charges, as while YNW Bortlen was outside, his house was raided by the feds, and they found insane paperwork that was hidden that they can now use against YNW Bortlen and Melly.
Melly's co-defendant YNW Bortlen was booked into a Miami jail Monday night and is being held behind bars on an out-of-county warrant. We just confirmed the warrant is out of Broward County for witness tampering. The warrant obtained by Law and Crime Network states as follows. On or about April 10, 2023, continuing through and including July 22, 2023, Cortland Henry, aka Bortlen, along with others, did unlawfully and knowingly engage in misleading conduct toward another person with the intent to cause or induce them to withhold testimony. The warrant continues the alleged witness had been summoned by the legal process to the jury trial of Jamel Dimmons, aka YNW Melly. The dates in the warrant are important. Jury selection for Melly started in mid-April, and a judge declared a mistrial on July 22nd, the same day the warrant claims Bortlen allegedly tampered with the witness.
As it would be announced by Bryson Paul, here are the images of alleged notes discovered during the home raid of YNW Bortlen's home last week, as filed into the Broward clerks by the state. Alongside these photos here of YNW Bortlen drawing and detailing where certain jurors were sitting during the original Melly trial, as YNW Bortlen showed up to court for one day to speak with the judge. While doing so, he tried to memorize where everyone was sitting and what they looked like. To understand how serious of a crime this is, here's DJ Academics' reaction.
To keep it real, this is sloppy. Bortlen, how the f you gonna have the notebook of the jurors in your house? Like, god damn. Holy shit. You know what I mean? Like, brother, like, come the f on. It's like doing a and having the surveillance tape in your DVD player or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, come on, bro. Like they raid your crib and the surveillance footage of the is in your DVD player. They be like, oh, okay, thank you, brother. This can't be at your crib.
This would obviously not settle well with YNW Melly. He's been looking very angry and upset lately during court hearings, and it's completely understandable. However, YNW Melly's situation just continues to get worse, as it all begins with the new lead prosecutor teaming up with Danny Polo. Danny Polo is the undercover police agent that was wearing a shiesty mask during the original Melly trial. Now, these two together investigated through all of YNW Melly's social medias. They ended up finding a very concerning post on his Facebook account that can basically link him with having connections with YSL, Young Thug Street Team.
Same thing, the use of the slap term, 5-point star, the snake. He's saying he's YSL, he's hanging with Young Thug, and he puts up his YNW for life hashtag on it with the 5-point star as well. Mr. Dimmons has big B hand signs displayed.
Right, and see with individuals again, I'm assuming that's also Young Thug. That's also unknown.
Yes.
Also important to your investigation, correct?
Yes.
Also publicly available for anyone to see and capture.
As the prosecutors now believe that YNW Melly's team, YNW, is street-tied with YSL, Young Thug's team. As we would even see Bryson Paul tweet, Detective Danny Polo on what SLAT means. SLAT means sliming up all the time, and it came out of the YSL language. The Reds started copying it, and YSL is made up of Reds. In this photo, YNW Melly is with Young Thug, who is currently on trial for RICO. The YSL team is throwing up red signs. Now, prosecutors believing that YSL is connected to YNW could open up many doors that the entire rap industry is all connected through street ties, and they could all be making very illegal crimes together. An example of this is what the feds thought that King Von was doing. The feds believed that King Von would sign $1 million record deal. He would then get all of the money, he would funnel all of those millions of dollars into his friends that are street tied, where they would then use that money to buy firearms, narcotics, or even put money on somebody such as FBG Duck. As rappers having street ties goes a lot deeper than you might think. An example of this is only a few weeks ago of a man named Jay Hood, a close friend of late King Von and someone that lives in O Block, would share a secret that YNW Melly told King Von a few years ago.
Did Von really tell you that Melly told him that he was two friends?
He ain't come out and say, like, we got into an argument. And so, you know, if you know, when people could say something without saying it. And so he told me, like, once I posted what I posted, Von was mad at me. Bro, why you put up there, bro? Walk the bam. I'm like, you sitting up here, like, you know the love we got. You do this for us, but you gonna trust that his two friends? And he said, them was trying to extort him. And so I'm like, if they was trying to extort him, then why are you still around them?
Nobody knows why J Hood revealed YNW Melly's secret, and no one has actually heard from J Hood since that podcast, which is a very concerning deal, as he revealed information that we never even knew, involving Sack Chaser and Juvie going after Melly for financial gain. YNW Melly wanted to put a stop to it, so he did what he did, is exactly what he's claiming, as that evidence is now being added to the lawsuit that is going against YNW Melly. YNW Melly will not only be facing his retrial, but he'll also be facing a lawsuit in the coming weeks from the families of Sack Chaser and Juvie. The report goes and reads, "This is the video we requested from prosecutors in the state of Florida versus Jamel Demons. We have the honor of representing the family of Christopher Thomas, aka YNW Juvie. Melly's defense attorneys filed a motion for protective order to prevent me from obtaining the video, as the video was on Melly's cell phone, and it was recorded a month after he allegedly got his two friends. It doesn't show a man in mourning or even seeking answers for his lost friends, and instead it mocks them, if not takes credit for it through false expression.
No regrets for the shit I did. That also means for the nigga. Yeah. 4:30 a.m. Never say when.
As in the lawsuit, they would make it very simple. They would show three very concerning pieces of evidence that shows that Melly is likely guilty. The first piece of evidence being from YNW Melly's cell phone, where it is a text message of him admitting to doing the crime.
The PC Gambino account asked him if he was okay, and his response was, "I did that," and placed a smiley face emoji.
And the next message from 10/26/2018 at 16:02, the YNW Melly account says what?
After that, SHHHH.
Then they would share evidence from Sergeant Williams during the original Melly trial, where he would reveal that there is no way this could have been a drive-by, and the crime must have occurred from someone sitting in the back left seat.
Assignment, which is to determine if this is a drive. And my determination was that this is not a drive-by, and it's based upon this picture here, which is a very good picture to describe it. All of these rounds are done. One is done at a stationary position. It's at a stationary position when all but one of these rounds are going in. The one round that has some movement in it, which is round site L here, the actually moving in that to create the little bit of a that you see there.
Number, you said 17 outside the car. How many rounds were inside of the car?
3.
And can you exclude the for Mr. Williams and Mr. Thomas as coming from outside of the car?
Yes. From the driver's side back seat.
As to the shot that killed Christopher Thomas, where did that emanate from?
Driver's side back seat.
Okay. Is it possible for there to have been 2 inside that car?
No.
Why not?
There is no time.
Then to sum it up, they have YNW Juvie's mother going on the stand inside a trial, as she would reveal who was sitting exactly where inside of the vehicle, showing that YNW Melly was sitting in the back left seat.
Are you related to one of the victims in this case?
Yes, I am.
How so?
I'm his mother.
And who is that?
Christopher Thomas.
Pause it at 2:19:15. Ms. Phillips, did you see who entered into the occupants who entered into that gray Jeep?
Mm-hmm.
Do you recognize where your son entered that gray Jeep?
Yes.
Which seat?
He got in the back seat on the right hand side.
Did you recognize the individual that got into the back seat on the left side, the rear driver's side?
Yes.
And who was that individual?
Jamel.
And Jamel, is that the defendant, Jamel Demons?
Yes, ma'am.